This is it? This is
a little bit of a hat. This is a hat letdown.
What do you mean? I didn't say it was like a crazy hat. It's not a positivity beanie, benevolent beanie. It's nothing crazy, but it's keeping.
It's a nice hat.
It's a fine hat, but you teased it on the kickoff show like you had a hat you were looking forward to showing us.
I overpromised and underdelivered. I wasn't trying to make it sound like the hat was cool. It was just necessary. It's cold out here, guys. I'm worried my phone is going to blow over from the intense wind down here at the south side of the stadium. So, this is a good look at what the conditions were like for the game. But no, I was just like relieved I had a hat. That's really all I was saying.
Ethan in the chat is correct. He says we've been fan fished by EJ's hat.
I have to watch a tape back on that. I didn't make it, I wasn't trying to make it sound like this.
As I read, Jamie, you correct me if I'm wrong, but my memory of it was, hey, thanks guys. I'll talk to you in the postgame show. Oh, and by the way, I cannot wait to show you this hat.
There was a big
postgame show. I'm really excited for it. I've been thinking just especially for today.
That's how I remember it.
No, it's just I just needed the hat. That's all. But listen, I just came from the Eagles locker room. It was a quick locker room. Guys were like out of there very quickly with more stuff. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall over. But yeah, we got some notes that we got to go through.
Let's get to it. EJ's Notebook, presented by your company here.
The good people at PHLY, right? First and foremost, Brandon Graham broke the team down in the locker room after the game. Obviously, he had a multi-sack game. We heard from BG. He said that he apologized to Kenny Pickett. He said Kenny Pickett was just the guy in the way today. But no, it was kind of an important part of what has become a remarkable story. And Nick Sirianni said that wasn't lost on him. So he broke the team down in the post-game locker room. The next one is sticking with Saquon. Saquon Barkley talked about two things that were a big part of the offensive game plan that really worked for the Eagles well today. The first was the fact that they stuck with the run, even though he wasn't as productive early in the game. Their willingness to stick with it. He said that Kevin Patullo deserved a lot of credit for sticking with the run game and getting things going that way. And the other thing that Saquon said that I found interesting is that he said that they dictated terms to the Raiders defense. And I think you saw that in the way that they played. So, Nick Sirianni kind of downplayed this being maybe an identity for the Eagles offense today, but I think it's clear from watching that performance that this is something they can build on. And that's the last one. Is this something that they can build on? Obviously, this was a extremely dominant defensive performance. To have a shutout in the NFL is no small feat, but offensively, I think that they did uncover some things that they can build off of. I think it's important to remember that this Raiders team maybe isn't the greatest defense, but still some hints of an identity, I think is my big takeaway from the offense in this game.
There you go. EJ's Notebook. Thank you very much. Let's start with just the vibe. I know that there were the guys got out of there quickly, but you told us that last week was the first time where they sort of really felt down, even though it was the third straight loss in a row. Was there this was just kind of business taken care of, or was there a bit of more jubilation to the fact that they were able to come out and look like who they wanted to look like?
No, I definitely think there was joy in that post-game locker room. An Eagles staffer walked by and said, you guys don't have anybody to interview. Everyone's out of here quickly. But I think, you saw guys in their street clothes on the way out. They were in good moods. It wasn't like a locker room that felt like business as usual. I knew we expected them to beat the Raiders, but I think that the message in the locker room afterward was one about how dominant the defense was, how special that is. Nick Sirianni, I thought I was going to get to the locker room and be able to quiz players about when's the last time an Eagles defense had a shutout, but Nick Sirianni had shouted that out in the post-game breakdown, apparently. So they all
2018 against Washington.
The Commanders. Yep. So yeah, no, that was definitely, I definitely got the sense when we walked in that we had just entered a room that just had a big celebration for sure. So, and I had a funny note for you guys. Tank Bigsby, I don't know if you guys are familiar. I've never heard of the Heezy in this context. Tank Bigsby was running around with like athletic tape, throwing it off of players' chests, trying to like catch on their chest hair. And was very disappointed that Jalen Hurts does not have chest hair. So he couldn't get the starting quarterback with his off the Heezy game.
He's got the Penn Johnson going.
He does have the Ben Johnson going, yes. But why is this a no sell? You don't like the off the Heezy story?
I'm just trying to think. Like,
I don't.
is someone going to ask Jalen if he's like a shave all over? Does he wax? Like, we gotta get to the bottom of this in the press conference.
Won't be me. It's not going to be me.
This is an interesting subplot. I feel
a joyful locker room. Yeah.
All of a sudden,
we don't need to talk about. Yeah.
This is the most interesting reporting that any Eagles reporter can do down the stretch.
What are we calling
I'm
this
not
game?
going to do any reporting on Chester. Off the Heezy, like the kids would say, like off the Heezy. I think it's like an NBA Jam or like
yeah. That's what it takes me back to.
Yeah. I got no other reporting on this, and I will not be doing any more reporting on the people who are susceptible or not susceptible to the game that Tank Bigsby plays.
It's time for me to bust out the chops. I've been waiting for something to get me back in the game.
Someone go up to the roof and turn on the bat signal for Bo.
The Wolf's Den. Yeah, the Wolf's Den is open.
This
right?
could be it. This is very exciting. All right. Thank you, Tank Bigsby. In terms of just watching the game there from the stands, EJ, the defense we've sort of talked about. I mean, awesome performance, but took care of business. What did you think about just the way that they approached the game offensively and sort of the game plan? And I guess, did you have any color on that from the locker room?
Yeah, just the amount of under center that they ran, and again, like the consistency.
By the way, I have a note on that. I didn't follow up. Highest percentage of under center for an Eagles team since 2016.
Wow.
By far the highest of the Sirianni era.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, I think that Jalen Hurts, not just the way that he played, but the way that he operated within the scheme stand out to me. The willingness to be under center, the willingness for more of the RPR, the RPO game to be a big function of the offense. I asked Nick Sirianni about that, and he said that these are always things that they want to get to offensively. They're always, components of the Eagles' offense, but we have not seen them, be this big a part of the offense very much this season. So I think Jalen's, the willingness and the openness to be a part of those elements of the scheme and to be productive in them, I think that is a really big. It's a building block. Like I said, it's something that they can build off. Again, I think we knew that the offense would probably look better against this Raiders defense, but I think the process of finding an identity was an important step for this group. Just even if you take the opponent out of it, if you tell me that they're starting to find answers and they're starting to figure out what they do well, I think that is significant.
So in the off the hazy thing, it's like a balled up roll of tape. What is the what is the adhesive you're using?
It's like a balled up roll of ankle tape. You find them everywhere in every locker room ever. Yeah, okay. It definitely is probably not as sticky, but
got it. Okay.
I think if you throw it at the right person, it probably sticks. But it did not. Like I said, Jalen Hurts was not susceptible to Tank Bigsby's tactics here.
I'm surprised it requires hair to stick.
It shouldn't need necessarily, but easier to stick. Yeah, more uncomfortable if it sticks to hair.
No, I mean,
not if it's a gentle toss.
No, yeah.
He's not like going and smacking it up.
Yeah, but you could fire one in there
if you whip it.
Yeah. Also, it depends on is it like more a little bit meatier part of the breast, or is it like right in the middle of the chest where then it's just going to be a backboard? It's not going to stick. It depends on where.
I don't like where we're going with this now.
I would like. What is do we have the ADOT for Bigsby there? Like, what's the average depth of toss? Yeah. Is he really? Short. Is he close? Is he across the locker room?
No, it's like late career Drew Brees ADOT. Yeah, it's very short. Yeah.
Important question from the chat, EJ. Would it stick on you?
Really getting personal. I feel like the chat could probably guess what the case is here. I mean,
wow. The imagination is running wild right now.
No surprises with me there. I think it's probably what you'd expect. Yeah.
Now I don't know what that means. That makes me somehow more curious.
I was going to say the beard. I think it's Yeah,
like
it's an extension of the beard.
Yeah. Do I look like a guy who shaves constantly? That's the question I'd ask the chat. Answer the question with the question.
Well, that's a good reminder to bring us to the other important thing that happened today. And this game was over during the pregame show when you told us that that your wife was there at this game tailgating with a bunch of the other nurses. I mean, we got baby nurses going to the game. Of course they're going to win this game. You can't get better vibes than that.
This is a group of women, and well, I think it was all women today. It was a group of women that take care of babies with heart problems. Like, you can't get much better vibes than those people. So yeah, no, they got here early.
And what have the Eagles been for the past month? Babies with heart problems.
Yeah,
they've been acting like babies, and they've been playing with no heart. Thank God they were there today. They turned the season around.
And my wife's initial score prediction, I gave her four stabs at it, but her initial one was 31 points. So she got that part right. She didn't predict a shutout. She's not too much of a homer, but she did better than me. Honestly, I was expecting a low scoring game.
I love how Julia's presence there obviously brought good vibes. Your attempt at bringing good vibes was that chipmunk with antlers from Thursday.
Paige loves it.
The chipper chipmunk. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was very excited.
Oh, beautiful.
We got to break. I think we got to break that news here that she is now in possession. Your daughter.
Yeah, she is
of the positivity prancer.
The right
so
direction,
it looks like a reindeer to a 4-year-old, EJ.
All right. Well, that makes two of us that think it looks like a reindeer, but my co-host, the no sell continues. But listen,
my wife thought it was a dog toy.
Very spirited discussion in the chat as it continues about the amount of men with beards and no hair, the rest of their body. But
that's a pretty strange combo. It's you can't trust a guy. Listen, I'm not saying this, but my dad would always tell me you can't trust a man with a beard and no mustache. Like, kind of the same genre there.
I
right?
mean, he's 100% right about that.
Yeah, anti-chin
I
strap.
don't want to offend anybody, but yeah.
Well, I feel like Michael Jordan was fairly hairless, so the ergo Jalen Hurts is
that does make sense.
a body waxer.
Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Good angle.
This is not where I thought our locker room discussion would go. Honestly, I shouldn't be surprised.
It's a feel-good win. Let's feel good. You know what I mean? Do you think that this is sustainable?
Do I think it's sustainable? It's a good question. I think that the defense is good enough to carry them through postseason games. And I think that the offense is figuring out some of the things they can lean on to be competent. So do I think that this team is all of a sudden a Super Bowl contender? Again, not quite there yet, but I think I feel a little bit better about the formula that I think they have, which is the defense pitches, not a shutout, but a lights out game, and the offense puts together a couple of, high variance drives, explosive, maybe rely on explosive plays and this run game at times during games to kind of just be average. I think that's all we've been asking for the last few weeks. So slightly sustainable, I would say. But yeah, again, this isn't going to change my my evaluation too much.
You need the offense to take a page out of Adoree Jackson's book. C's get degrees.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, yeah. No, well, honestly, that guy's played so much better the last couple of weeks. It's been interesting to talk to him week in and week out. Like, his confidence never wavered, and now really starting to see it on the field. Obviously, again, weaker competition today, but still, he had a couple nice plays and has really settled in.
All right, if you are a diehard, you can check out Fran Duffy's draft guide for the 2026 season. And also, you'll be able to read EJ's column coming off the game today. What will you be writing about, Mr. Smith?
The question you just asked me, which is how to parse out, my former colleague, Jeff McClain, used to always call these games nothing burgers, right? And I actually, I texted one of my other former colleagues and bet $100 that he would call this game a nothing burger. Because it is. It's like this game went about how you'd expect. But I think there are still things you can learn from this one. And I think that's what I want to write about is what can you take from this? What do you throw out with, the matchup being a lopsided one? Really what does this mean for the grand scheme of things for the Eagles? And I think it's an interesting question.
All right. Well, we look forward to reading that on allphly.com. EJ, did you know by EPA per dropback and success rate, the best game of Jalen Hurts' career?
Yeah, so stick that up your 15-mile-an-hour wind stat and whatever and smoke it, right? I mean, I don't know if it was 15 miles an hour.
Stick it up and smoke it.
I don't know. I don't remember the expression, but but no, I mean, I came on the pregame show talking about Jalen Hurts 15-mile-an-hour win plus games and how it hasn't been great. And no, he played really well today. And I thought that, I'm sure you guys talked about it, but I thought that the celebration for the post route to AJ in the end zone, literally right next to me here, I thought that was telling on, it's like he's hearing, conversation about him getting benched all week. He just gotten nicked up with I think it was probably either an ankle or a knee, some kind of lower body injury. To throw that touchdown pass there and have that, release, I think that was a significant moment, probably one that we will remember if this team does make some noise in the postseason as a turnaround moment for this offense.
For that to be like a walk-off moment too for the game as well. Like it's like, all right, 13 minutes left in the game. Like, all right, Tanner, you can go in now with the rest of the twos. So it was that was a big moment, certainly.
Yeah, everybody wanted to see Tanner so bad, so they get to see Tanner now, right? That's there's some significance there.
Yep.
Well said. All right, EJ, thank you so much.
I love a good story. Yeah, that's just like good storytelling right there from Jalen Hurts, right?
Yes, absolutely. Good storytelling and good waxing out of Jalen Hurts. Maybe he's waxing poetic on the game afterwards. Okay, thanks, EJ. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 2:00 on the PHLY Eagles show.